Hey folks, finally bit the bullet and bought a new gas grill. Really psyched about this. I'd had that Weber Genesis for 15 years. Man, that thing, I got a lot of life out of it, and it's going to a good home. I'm giving it to a friend of mine at work, Will, who does not have a grill at all, and he's really psyched to finally get one because he just moved into a house. And so I figured, I'll give him my trusted Weber Genesis. But I was going to get a new Genesis, or a new Weber Genesis gas grill, but I read some comments about them, and I didn't like some of the comments that some of the people were saying about it, and I'm not going to go into that. But I did decide to go with this one because this is from a local barbecue place. Well, it's a local shop here in Cedar Park called Gas Log Express and Barbecue. And I'll put a link in the description box for their website. Really amazing stuff. They carry both the Primo ceramic grill and the Kamado Joe line of ceramic grills, as well as the Saber brand. This is what this is. And actually, Saber is the top high-end professional high-end of charbroil. And I really am not a fan of charbroil. That's actually what I used at the Macy's grill off there in Kansas City, and boy, I hated that grill. And I talked to the owner. He's a really good guy, really knowledgeable, and I was telling him, I really wasn't a fan of charbroil, and he's like, yeah, but this is not your charbroil. This is like really top line, and this is actually an infrared grill. So I'm really excited to try this out and see how it goes. And you can't see it right here, but the thermometer goes up to 800 degrees. These babies get screaming hot. They're really known for searing meats really well. And I'll bring you in here for a closer look at the inside, because the inside is really interesting. It's got some really great features that I totally love. It's got storage down here, which is really nice, covered storage, and then it has a pull-out tray. This catches all of the grease and anything that drops down through it comes out here, and you can easily pull this out and clean this. I really like that, and I love the color, the stainless steel and the black porcelain enamel. It's just absolutely great. And one thing I did not like about the Weber was the control knobs were over here on the side, and this was useless. You could not use the side of the Weber for any surface work. I really like having the extra surface, so I have that surface and this, so I've got plenty of room to work with, and this thing is solid, very solid. It's got two hangers over here that you can hang your grill brush or your tongs. 3 control knobs right up front, and I like the placement of the thermometer right here. The Weber was over here, so you're basically just getting the temperature from this side of the grill. This, you're getting this whole side, and this is a lot bigger than my Genesis was. I mean, I love the height. The height is really is awesome. It's a much bigger cooking surface, and the top is extremely heavy. This is like lifting the top of a big green egg or a Kamado Joe or a Primo. It's extremely heavy. It's made really well. This thing is solid, very solid. It's got 4 casters, easily roll around to move around. It's made extremely well. It's very heavy. This thing weighs 200 pounds, and that's without the propane tank. Now I'll bring you in close to take a look at the grate system, and it has a removable warming rack up here, which is nice, which is actually porcelain enamel coated as well, which is really good. The Weber was it was a stainless. It wasn't even a stainless steel. It was a steel, and it rusted out pretty quick, and I actually had to replace it. But this one is porcelain coated, so it should last really well. Really long time. I really love the way this grill's built. Let me bring you in here close to take a look at this grate system. The grate system is stainless steel. Absolutely gorgeous. So there's that system on the top, and then there's another. This is what provides the infrared. These get extremely hot, and they give off the infrared. And these are grooves, kind of like the flavorizer bars in the Weber Genesis. So no flare-ups with this. The grease does not directly hit the burners or the flames. They get evaporated as soon as they hit this. This was the only issue that I saw that people had an issue with, but it was a minor issue. They said these are a little bit difficult to clean, but you can take them out and then rinse them off really good, hose them down, scrub them, and you're good to go. So I don't see that as a major showstopper. Here's the burner down here. This is the gas burner, and the beauty of these things is, I don't know if you can see this in the video, but each burner is individually walled and completely separate from the other burner. So there's a heat barrier between each of these burners. So if you have this burner on over here, it's going to heat from this, and it's going to come up around like this. It's not going to heat down in here, so you can isolate. So you can have a really good dead spot over here for doing indirect cooking, which is really awesome. I love doing a lot of indirect cooking. You can have this one completely off. You can have these two on medium, and then just indirectly cook, and you're not going to get any heat transfer between these burners. I really love that feature. Let me go ahead and put this all back together. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to season these top grates and these grates with some grapeseed oil, because that's what they suggested, grapeseed oil. So I'm going to season that really well, and then I'm going to burn this off for about an hour on high, and stick with me, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that when I first light this sucker up. And then I'm going to actually do a cook today once this is seasoned. I'm going to do a simple beef fajitas. I can't wait to get cooking on this, so I'm going to do beef fajitas today. Nothing really special, but can't wait to try this out. This is going to be really cool. I've already brushed the bottom grates underneath really well, and I've done these two sides here, so I'm just going to finish up this, brushing these with some grapeseed oil. That's what they recommended, was grapeseed oil, so I figured I'll do it like they said. So the grates, lightly coated with some grapeseed oil. Let's fire this baby up. Okay, here we go. First light. I'm going to turn this on to start and then press. Yeah, we have ignition. Yay! Get over there, bug. There's the middle burner. And there's the right burner. Okay, all three burners are set to high. So I'm going to let this go for about an hour. So stay tuned. I just lit this, but I wanted to give a quick feel of the heat. It's warming up nicely. Okay, I'm going to leave all three burners on high for about an hour, and then I'll bring you back and show how this looks after an hour. So stay tuned. Wow, that only took a few minutes to get up to 550, and it's still climbing. My Weber, it would take a good 15 minutes to get up to 500. This thing is rocking. Wow, that's incredible. it took less than 10 minutes to get up to 800 degrees. And one of the issues that some people had with this was that these side handles, because they're attached directly to the lid, they get hot, and that is pretty hot to the touch, but it's nowhere near hot enough to burn you. But I would expect after a while running this at this temperature, these will get really hot, so do not touch these. Like I said, you can touch it now. It's really hot, but I could see if you went to grab it after 30 minutes or something, these side handles are going to be extremely hot, and you probably will get burned. The center here, this handle, not hot at all. It's cool to the touch. You can easily grab this to open it without having to have a pot holder or a glove or anything like this. So that's really good. It's really good. Just do not grab it like this and lift it like this, because I can see getting burned from either side of these. Yeah, because they're pretty warm now. But I'm gonna let this go for about an hour, burn off. I think a lot of that grapeseed oil is burned off because it's not smoking anymore. But I'm just gonna burn off any other manufacturing oils that might be in there, and then get this ready. So I might end up backing this off a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna let it go for the full hour, because it's pegged out at 800, so it's probably hotter than 800. But man, I'm really impressed so far with this bad boy. Time to grill. Right, Marcus? Okay. I'm just going to do some fajitas. I got this. It's just screaming hot. I love it. My old grill could never achieve these kind of temps. So I'm just going to do some beef fajitas. And just doing something quick with the Cookwell & Company. This is their Pecos 83 barbecue marinade. This is really good for fajitas, for beef fajitas. So let's throw these bad boys on. Oh yeah, look at that sizzle. No flare up. I'm going to leave the lid up. I'm going to let this go for a few minutes. It should not take long at all. I can't wait to see how well this works. I got a good feeling about this. Looks and smells incredible. Only been a few minutes. Let's flip these. Oh man, I'm loving this. All three burners are on full high. Okay, after the fourth clip, I actually turned the burners off, and the temp climbed back up to 700 degrees really quick. Looks amazing. This did not take long at all. And I'm just going to transfer skirt steak over to a cutting board. And then I'm going to tent this with foil and let it rest for a few minutes. And then we'll see how it did. The skirt steak has rested. And I actually turned the grill off quite a while ago, and it's still holding at 600 degrees without the burners on. This thing can hold temp for a long time. Earlier it took like an hour for it to get back down, for the temperature to go down. So let's see how we did here. Slicing the steak against the grain. It's perfect. That is so juicy. That quick searing like that really just locks in the juice and the flavor. And that Cookwell and Company marinade is really good. I can't tell you how excited I am about this new grill. I'm really happy with this. You'll see more of this in the future. I think it was a great purchase. I'm glad I pulled the trigger. Got a new grill. So there you have it, folks.